Hi, my name is Tony Neumeyer, the author of the book, The 7-Minute Millionaire, How to Think Yourself Rich, and founder of the Millionaire Academy. Ask not what your employer can do for you, but ask what you can do for your employer. Well, that's not exactly what John F. Kennedy said, was it? And you may find this a bit strange coming from someone who strongly advocates for being your own boss, being in charge of you, Inc., or getting ahead by starting a home-based business part-time so you can have extra money to invest and become financially free and a multimillionaire. But what I'm saying is important because most people watching this right now are employed by someone. And being employed versus not being employed is a good thing if you don't have other income. That doesn't mean you don't have the goal of something bigger and a better life in the future. So what is it that I'm actually saying? To start with, whenever you do something, do it the best you can. Be the best spouse or partner you can be. Be the best team member you can be in the sports or in business. Be the best human being you can be. Be as kind and as humane as you can be. Be as thoughtful as you can be to those around you. And as I said, be the best employee that you can possibly be. When you have a job, keep it until you don't want it or don't need it, and do more than is required for you at that job. Now, some people might ask, why bother when I'm moving on and have bigger plans? Or they don't pay me enough to care or do my best. Or they don't care about me, so why should I care about them? Well, let me put it this way. First, you're being paid. And one of the best ways to start receiving more money and extra cash flow is to get a raise. And one of the best ways to do that is become a standout employee of where you work. Someone that they can't do without. You have to put in the time to get paid anyway, so why not be the best employee at the job? It's surprising what happens and who notices or how you get noticed. Promotions and raises happen more quickly and when you're the standout employee. But what about if you're at a job where your pay is limited by a union contract or some other such agreement? Well, call it karma, good business practice, or just a great attitude. You see, when you have a bad attitude in one area of life, it's difficult to carry a good attitude to a separate part of your life. I said difficult, but not impossible, because I've seen it done. A person I knew had a horrible work attitude, but was really great at home with the family. But even that is unusual and not the best practice for creating a life that you are after. I like to think of it like what actor Frank Outlaw said. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. I talk a lot about creating success habits. In fact, I call them power habits of success. By creating an excellent work ethic at your job, it's much easier to carry those habits and attitudes to other parts of your life. And as the quote said, it becomes your character. Also, when you are being the best employee possible, whether you get a raise at work or not, you may get noticed by an outsider, someone of influence that can help you with your goal of starting a business, getting ahead in some way, or maybe even give you a better job. You never know who will notice you at any given time. The extra effort it takes to be the best you can be is so incrementally small by comparison to the benefits. By not being your best person you can be, the person you are mostly shortchanging isn't your employer, it's you. So how is it that you can become the best employee that you can be? What is it you should do? Well, here are a couple of examples. Start with this. Add value. As much value as you can to the customers your company has. Whether you're in sales, support, or the construction side of the business, you can do this. Obviously, if you're in the sales side, as much as you work for the company, you're also working for the customer. It is your job to bring as much value and benefit to that customer so they buy your product. This creates a win-win scenario for everyone involved and also allows your company to stay in business and hopefully grow. Once the product is bought, if you're in a service or support side of the business, you want to be sure that the customer is happy and hopefully really happy with the purchase so that they buy again. If there's an issue with the purchase, fix it or get it handled. in whatever way you can, given the circumstance. And always smile. Even on the other end of the phone, people will hear it in your voice. You might even like to keep a mirror on your desk to check and see if you're smiling while you're talking on the phone. If you're in the manufacturing side of the business and don't see the customer, you have the job and actually the responsibility of helping to keep everyone else's job by producing great products that can be sold and sold again in the future. Your quality control is vital to the success of your company. Be sure to be the best and produce the best you can produce, and double check to be sure that each piece of the puzzle fits in perfectly as it should. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing because I don't really know the type of job you do personally or what you might have. Another way to add value to your employer is be proactive with ideas to help the business and the customers. What do you see on the front line that can help either improve the customer experience, the employee experience, and or cut costs for the company without compromising quality? Some companies actually offer bonuses to employees to help save money or improve overall business. Maybe that's the suggestion that you take to your boss or the owner of the company. Offer up a free idea and make it clear you aren't expecting anything in return, but that you think other employees may have ideas to help the business, and if there's an incentive to offer them, the ideas may flow more freely. This also helps create an atmosphere and a culture of working together and as a team. So you see, just showing up for your job and not thinking about being the best you can actually be can affect your life in more ways than you think. By being the best at whatever you do, even your job, even if you don't plan on being there, can make the difference, all the difference in your world, now and in the future. Think about it this way, as I said. Your actions create habits that become your character, that creates your future. And when you're being your best, you never know who of influence is watching, and you never know what effect they might have on your life and your future. Something that may happen that's bigger than you ever thought possible when you're always being the best you can be and doing the best you can possibly do. So tell me about how you add value at work or in other areas of your life. How are you being the best that you can be? And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website, TonyNeumeyer.com, to subscribe to the free articles, trainings, and more. And always live rich.